From 1795 until 1918, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth was partitioned, meaning split apart, by three separate forces: Russia, Prussia, and Austria. This was the most devastating of the partitions because Polish culture as a whole was outlawed from every part of public life except the Catholic Church. This did not stop Poles from striving for freedom, and in 1830, a group of Polish cadets led a revolt which came to be known as the November Uprising. The result was a devastating failure. The Polish psyche suffered a crushing blow as a result of the event, which some authors at the time took advantage of, particularly Adam Mickiewicz, one of the most famous Polish Romantic authors. His concept of the Christ of nations spoke of a Poland that suffered so that other European nations did not have to, playing into and playing up the perceptions of Poles as inherently Catholic. Polish Romanticism was already in its heyday at this time, giving authors the ability not just to talk about the oppression of Poland, but to describe it in broad and sweeping terms. However, one author, Juliusz Slowacki, had a different opinion. In his mind, although the November Uprising was a devastating failure, it was not the end of the Polish resistance. He believed that Poles should continue to fight for their homeland, and in 1840 he published a scathing 5-act play entitled Leela Venetta, which took to task Mickiewicz and his followers, as well as many other detrimental Polish thought processes, while at the same time presenting an idea of a Poland of the future. Each of the main characters in the play is designed to represent flaws and problems within the Polish émigré circle, as well as be a lesson for future generations. An imagined community is a community not bound by geographic boundaries. It is compiled of like-minded individuals following a specific path that fits their mental narratives. Slowacki's imagined community was a Poland that had taken charge of its destiny and seen beyond the despair and failure to become something that they could be proud of. He wanted Poles to understand that they were the masters of their own fate and that they could change Poland's destiny if they were willing to fight for their rights, not just on the battlefield, but also on the intellectual level. He tried to make Poles understand that though Poland may not exist geographically, it was still a valid homeland in the hearts and minds of the Polish imagined community.